Leah Smith, that veteran versus the youngster, although has great experience in grind. As I mentioned earlier, Katie Grimes will certainly be busy this summer. She's already made the World Championship team in the open water competition, and that actually comes before the swimming in the pool starts, so she is going to be really busy, not only this week in Indy, but potentially in Fukuoka as well.
And we saw with her, Rowdy, when she rocketed to second in the IM last summer, that she's more than just a freestyle. We'll see her growth, how that continues in that discipline too.
Well, I think the 400 IM might be her best event and has a chance to break the American record, the oldest American record on the books in that event. Katie Hoff has it and set back in 2008.
So Katie Ledecky, already, as she has been known to do in this event, building an early lead, and question not whether she will win, how much will she win by, and where is she at as she prepares to make that 6th consecutive world team.
Yeah, you certainly see that focus, that great intent to swim well every time she comes in, gets into the pool. It's just unbelievable what she has been able to do over this incredible, 11-year career, longer obviously, but at this level, 11 years. It's mind-boggling that it all started as a young 15-year-old back in London. I mean, London, England, that's where it all started, Jason. It's just, I know it's not unappreciated in our world, in the swimming world, but I think outside that world, I said earlier, I think she's one of the greatest athletes, period, in the history of sport. No way you could do this over that length of time in these kinds of events. Unimaginable. Do it in the 50 and the 100. I can't even begin to tell you what it means to do this in distance events.
We're looking at a performer who's got just about the top 30 almost. It's 28 best times all time.
I've lost count. Yeah. Every time we have a production meeting, I jump in there. How many is it now? My partner over here next to us, who's so good at stats, Patrick Murphy, Ryan Murphy's brother, I always ask him, I go, how many is it now? Is it 27? No, it's 28. No, it's 29. It's just crazy how many of the top times in history that she has in this event. Again, it's in the late 20s.
And again, we saw what she was able to do last year at the Worlds, won all 4 of her events in Budapest, swept 400, 800, 1500 frees, helped the U.S. win gold in the 4x200 free relay. And again, her 1500 time more than 7 seconds faster than what she won the gold medal with in Tokyo, and set a world championships record in winning the 400, and in this race in particular, simply unparalleled.
I think a lot of people have said that, you know, she is taking tactics out of this race, that she just blasted. And I don't think that's totally true for all of swimming, but certainly in this race, if you look at some of the greats like Titmus and McIntosh and a couple others. By the way, I can't wait for that 400 when we get to Fukuoka. Can you imagine Ledecky, Titmus, and McIntosh swimming that race? Let's check the halfway point. So the world record split is 4:01.98. That little green mark right there tells you she's right underneath that mark. Can't imagine her continuing this wicked pace right now, but just look at her splits. 7-7, 57.7 on the way out, Jason. 101 flat, 101.3, 101.7. Again, the model of consistency is even more amazing.
We do know that she likes this pool and that she can go fast in this pool.
Yeah.
Her first race as a pro here in 2018 set the world record in the 1500.
That's right, 1500. And she had a pretty good 800 there too. I think it was one of the fastest in-season times she's ever been. Same with a 400. I think she's 3:57 at that meet. So yeah, this is the special pool for her and so many others.
And churning along here in the women's 800 free. And you look at the accolades we mentioned: 7 Olympic golds, 19 world championships, 22 long course world medals, most by a female swimmer ever, pushing past Natalie Conlon and what she was able to do last summer.
And listen, I want to make sure that we start to recognize some of these other swimmers. It's hard though. I'm trying to, believe me, but they're not in the picture. I mean, Jillian Cox is having a swim of a lifetime. She's right there. Ledecky's 25 meters ahead of her. This is a huge shock if Jillian Cox can continue this kind of pace down from Longhorn Aquatics. 17 years old. She's having a great swim.
Again, will turn 18 here in about 3 weeks.
There she is, Jason, right there. I mean, way back, but I mean, she's built a big enough lead over these 3 other swimmers back there. They're gonna have a hard time coming back on her with only 200 meters left.
Certainly saw the promise from her winning that junior national title last summer, and then the junior Pan Pacs gold medal at that event held last summer in Honolulu. Ledecky still pushing here in front.
And right on record pace. She's 6:04.7. There's no way she could go 2:00 at the end to break a world record. And I had an argument with a buddy of mine who I did his podcast the other day with Brett Hawk. There's the Texas group right there, knowing and feeling that Jillian Cox might have a chance. And we were arguing about the greatest world record in history. You have to argue that 8:04 is pretty dadgum good. Look at Jillian Cox back there. Still has a chance. Now 7:05.44. Now she's falling off. 7:06.7. But Jillian Cox is going to finish second unless the wheels completely fall off. And just like a couple other races we've seen here, there's nobody that picked Jillian Cox to be second.
Leah Smith, again, normally has been the other performer from the U.S. to get run in this race in a lot of top-level competition, trying to make a charge. So too is Claire Weinstein. They're in lanes 5 and 6. Ledecky is going to take it. Cox trying to hang on for that second spot and the potential world team spot 2 for Team USA.
Oh, Ledecky's going to have another one. Now you just add it to the list. What did I say, 28 and 29? Might be 30 now.
Katie Ledecky continues the unparalleled dominance here in the 800 free. 807.07. That's her 3rd best time all time in this race. Second will go to Cox. Able to hang on, a furious charge there by Weinstein. Only gets her 3rd, and it's Leah Smith in 4th.
What a swim by Jillian Cox. What a swim by that youngster. She did it at the front half too. She's at 4:07 and got home barely to make potentially the world championship team, but Katie Ledecky. And I can tell you right now, Jillian Cox would be the first one to say the inspiration came from this woman right here. Just as she has inspired, I mean, now it's generations of swimmers. Hard to choose a replay, except to look at a goat, at a true goat. That word gets tossed around a lot, and I get it, but that's a goat right there, man. Unbelievable.
Well, Rowdy,
that's the fastest time, excuse me, that's the fastest time in the world this year by 8 seconds.
And again, it's the fastest time, Rowdy, for her since 2016.
Wow.
When she had her top 2 times all time. Again, 3rd best for the now 26-year-old who's with Kira.
Katie, another year, another national title. That 8:07.07 is your third best time all time. I'm gonna let you put your analyst cap on for a second and give us your takeaways from the race.
It felt great. I've just been so eager to get the meet started, just watching all the fast swimming today, and just wanted to put together a great race. I've been feeling great, so I was happy with that time.
You're always on the hunt for more and more greatness, and you unlocked something new today. I don't even know if you know about this, but only 5 people have made the U.S. team for Worlds 6 times. You are now joined that list. Now 6 people have made that. So that's folks like Michael Phelps, Natalie Coughlin, Ryan Lochte. What does it mean to you to be a part of that list?
I mean, those are such great swimmers and people that I've been on a lot of teams with, and have enjoyed every trip I've been a part of for Team USA, and I'm really excited to have punched my ticket to Japan this summer, and going to do my best to represent our country at another World Championships.
We'll see you there. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Every time she swims, it feels special. This one certainly was. Number-wise, get her third best time all time in the 800 free. Jillian Cox annihilating her personal best by over 10 seconds to get that second spot and potential trip to the World Championships. Again, you look at all the times, including time from earlier for Rachel Stieg to get 7th here in these timed finals. And again, we'll look at the summary of the top 16 here with Katie Ledecky ruling the group one more time. Jillian Cox